All right, how's it going, everyone? How we doing? How's it going? What? I'm on time and there's no fanfare? Is this how it works? I'm a little disappointed. Hey, look. I just wanted to see if everyone was paying attention. Only one of you was paying attention. Only one of you was paying attention. Shame on you all. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm saying. I'm sticking by it. Shame on you all. Wait, how am I 15 minutes late? It's 8 o'clock. I am not 15 minutes late. I know, right, Bags? Someone told me I can't perform miracles. I'm here to show that miracles can be performed. And I snuck in a quick nap as well. What a guy. See? It's all just it's all just in the excellence of timing. I was not 1 minute late. So how are we all doing, folks? How are we doing? Alright, that's done. Alright, we can go start there, and start there. Now we should be live on all fronts. Yes, sir. So how are we doing? There's no video. Mate, it changed at 2020. I was on time. That's what matters. I wasn't AFK. I wasn't BFK. I wasn't nothing. I was here ready to rock and roll. With my ice cold water in hand, we are set to go. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate you, buddy. I do. I appreciate you so much. No, just kidding. I do appreciate you. I am not late. You guys might want me to be late. You may dream me to be late. I don't know why you'd want to dream me to be late, but it was an interesting day today. You see, Chris? You see? Always expect the unexpected when it comes to me. Hey, check out thumbs as again. Just making sure everything is set up before we can get started. You need to pause. That's good to go. That's live. You see? I was actually live 7:59 because X was the last one I put online. I was actually 1 minute early. Jeez. What is going on? I'm going to end up spoiling you guys. I should go back to my old ways. You guys agree, right? I should definitely go back to my old ways. About my day? How about working? Finally, we actually had a lot of working at work today. There's me smashing everything, having the greatest time, just raising ticket after ticket after ticket, and me thinking that the developers' faces are actually grudgingly getting worse and worse as they're seeing the mountain of tickets I'm sending in, only to find out that the 13 to 15 tickets I raised, none of them went through to the developers. I wasted my whole day. Apparently, the service was down and no one informed me, and the software didn't inform me. So I wasted a good amount of time. So I ended up working until 6:45 to get everything back up to date. Yep, that was my day. So how was your day? I made more money. I did not make more money. I don't get paid past 5:30, but I still have to get the work done. I wasn't playing Blueprints. I just put Blueprints on for the PC for the game. What is it? The Xbox rewards. You need to play a game for 15 minutes. So I just put it on for 15 minutes, let it run, and then turn it off. If it's on longer than that, I've generally forgotten about it and it stays on. I will say, though, I don't think I'm ever going to get to the top on that game. No matter how much I try, it's not going to happen, and that's okay. I think I've accepted that it's just some things are just not meant to be. And you know what? It's okay. Did anyone try out that new Turtles game, Tactical Takedown, the RTS Turtles, that everyone has been raving about, but I don't think anyone actually purchased? I went to the hospital today to get my heart scanned. Preliminary tests came back A-OK. No issues. But they said it's going to take a couple of weeks before the results get back to my GP. But she told me preliminarily everything looks good. So that was good news. Man, I actually miss fish and chips. I don't know how long it's been since I've actually had it, but man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had fish and chips. I've kind of stayed away from all that stuff after the scare. I really crave it now. God damn it, Chris. Why are you doing this to me? See, Brothers is going to reward me with a 5090, right? But the good news about my scans. Totally. Diablo, if you saw the way I was fuming when I found out that none of my work today went through. I was the missus came in to see what was going on. She saw I was swearing at my PC and swearing at Jira, and she was like, "Yep, not even gonna entertain. I'm just gonna close the door, let him get it all out, and relax." Fucking Jira, man. What game is that, Chuck? Mate, you should. I was seeing red, man. I was seeing red. But other than that, the day's been alright. Oh, Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I never played it. I never had a go at it. Is it on Game Pass or is it just purchase only? Not that it matters, but I think it was quite cheap to buy anyway. Bullets, I know it was Steve's fault. It was always Steve's fault. I know I saw a lot of people kind of cheering that it was only on thing. Did you guys hear about Wu Chang? Did you guys hear about the drama of Wu Chang? That one was quite hilarious. So, a lot of people have pushed back against historical figures being defeated, as in, you know, their life being extinguished, and certain NPCs who hold a higher prestige within the Chinese culture being harmed. So now those NPCs and bosses you can't actually defeat in the game. When you actually end the life bar, they just get tired and say, right, I've had enough, you can stop now. And they've basically changed the way the story is going to progress. You're like, what? I was like, you what, mate? I was like, this can't be real. No. But yeah, that's the thing. Games need to cost $120, say it's PlayStation Plus. Yeah, but he also said that subscription services aren't the way forward either. And someone just recently came out and said he's chatting a whole load of bollocks. So there is that too. But let me bring up what I think is the most craziest news that I saw today. Or this week. Now this one, it literally blew my mind. Right? I was like, this can't be real, but it actually is. Right? Is my mic peaking? It shouldn't be. Maybe I'm just louder than normal today, which is quite possible because I feel a lot more energetic today. Let me see. Is it peaking? No, but I am getting closer to my mic, so maybe that's why. I'll stay at the distance I'm supposed to be at. Don't worry, chat. I don't mean to burst your eardrums. It's just me being me. That is me being me. What did I just do? Oh, bollocks. This is Steve's fault again. Totally Steve's fault. I just lost all my chat. Hey, Lions Pride, how's it going? So, here is the news, right? Here is the news. This one actually blew my mind, chat. The Settlers 2 is finally coming to Amiga after 30 years. And it's an official Ubisoft release. This is not a joke. This is real. It's actually happening. We are getting a brand new release by Ubisoft after 30 years it's taken them, but the Amiga version of Settlers 2 is finally coming. About 5,000. Manager, well done, UB. Oh, sorry. But Can you believe this? After all this time, we are still getting, and we actually have some graphics and stuff for this. It's in German, so let's translate it. Two legends finally united. The Settlers 2 conquers the Amiga starting October 18. Developed with historical finesse in a gold edition under official license from Ubisoft EE. Mate, look at the graphics. Next gen, mate. That is like next gen. Have I played the Mafia game? I haven't, Moonlight, but I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about it. In one review, they said, Mafia, the new Mafia game is everything wrong with modern gaming. From crap NPCs to generic storyline to poor AI to shoddy display, everything, man. They ripped it apart. But yeah, man, this one at 68K. Oh shit! This is like for the actual Amiga, and it's coming. So if you have an Amiga and you've been looking forward to playing a new game and you've been waiting 30 years for a new game to arrive, now's your chance. This is your moment. This is it. This will probably be the final game that lands on the Amiga. If you can't swim in a 2025 game, what's the point? I know, right? You need to be able to get those waifus all wet, right? I know how you're thinking, Steve. I know. I can see it. Man, can you believe it? The missus was like, "You should eat a spoonful of Marmite on stream." I was like, "Are you mental?" It's like never gonna happen. He does. He does indeed. I can't believe after all these years I found out she's been a secret Marmite lover. Oh God. The betrayal, right? Nope. No way, Steve. And yes, she does have a massive jar hidden in the back that I found. Man, it was crazy. So anyway, who's buying Settlers 2? That won't do it. That won't do it, Devin. McNasty, this is released for the Amiga. Not for anything else. Bullets, I don't eat Marmite. I hate the taste of Marmite. From what I don't know. I've had people really enjoying it. I've had some people being disappointed with the Mafia game. But that review that I saw, I just read the headline. It is everything wrong with modern gaming, and then I just saw the bullet points as I skimmed through the headings that they put in. They weren't happy with anything. They just absolutely destroyed that game. Hey, Ghosty. Do they make a version for the new Commodore 64? No, Commodore 64 got a Sonic game though, if I'm not mistaken. Banisher, I know you would. Anything that's you would. Bags, you got bored 1 hour in? The chopping wood animation is so bad, there's no swimming. They should have just scrapped the game. You know what? I'm seeing similar complaints. I am seeing similar complaints. People are just not happy with the state of that game. But what people don't realize is the budget on that game was so small. It's crazy, right? It's not a AAA game. It's not designed to be a AAA game. Like this one over here. This is a quadruple A game. This is Settlers 2 Gold Edition, coming, to a platform after 30 years. Next generation at its best. It's crazy why people are making games for these older machines. This is definitely going to impact GTA sales. Then again, from what I'm hearing, GTA is next on the target list, right? If you haven't heard. They are going after Grand Theft Auto now for games that are not suitable for people and being accessible by younger kids, even though the game is an 18-rated game. They're trying to get it removed off storefronts. Digital storefronts, anyway. The craziness doesn't end, man. The craziness doesn't end. I mean, Australia just banned Silent Hill F. Australia just banned Silent Hill F for being too violent. Apparently, you can impale things through their throats and stuff. And so it's been deemed too violent, and it's not getting a rating. And if it doesn't get a certified rating, it can't come out. Of course. But yeah, that's a thing. So they're going after GTA now. Can you believe it? They snuck this in just like nothing, They basically turned around and said Gears isn't even worth talking about. It's not even worth fanfaring about. It's just one of those games where Marcus one day decided to wear a mankini and go outside with Kate and, live a family life. He became a family man. But this was so low fanfare that they just snuck in, yeah, E-Day is coming, begins 2026. It's like, what? Where's the fanfare? He wants me to ban myself. I'll ban myself out. Oh. But yeah, so Reloaded is on August the 26th. Emergence begins in 2026. So it looks like it's going to launch alongside the next generation Xbox, if it's coming next year. If the Asus one is, or whatever one is coming next year, I don't even know anymore. But whatever is coming next year as a new console for Xbox, if it does land, it looks like Emergence is going to launch alongside it. You mean Gears Reloaded? I mean, it's just the PC version, right? They've just touched up the PC version and pushed it out. They didn't even fix the bugs. It's like the lowest of efforts that you could possibly get. That's why they're giving it away for free to those that already bought the PC version. Charging them again for the exact same game would be a bit harsh. But rumors are that Reloaded 2 and Reloaded 3 are in the works, and they're getting a much nicer uplift. And those will be the first time that they go onto PC as well. Wait, what did I say wrong, Steve? I speak the truth. I guess speaking the truth isn't valued anymore. You guys value the truth though, right? Right? Reloaded is going on PlayStation, yeah. Whether E-Day is going day and day, I don't know. It may do, it may not do. I genuinely don't know. And at this point, I don't think it matters anymore. Hey, Devin, thank you for the $1 super chat, super sticker. You've already earned today's dislike. E-Day will be 6 months after? After what? So you're saying E-Day will be 2027? Sheesh. Does that put you firmly number one now? I don't know. I need to see. Is he in number one position? He is number one. PSN released 6 months after? I don't know. According to Paris, he's saying it's going to release day and date. I think it's going to be... I actually think it's going to be later. Right? What I think is, if the rumors are true about Gears 2 and 3, I think they will want to release Gears 2 and 3 on PlayStation first before going to E-Day, because the impact of Gears 2 is massive, in my opinion. Right? What happens in Gears 2 is huge. And if, you know, I think that story needs to be told. I mean, I don't know. Paris is there saying day and date as well. Chili is saying day and date. Thank you for the £2 super chat. Some people are saying 6 months later. I think for the best impact for them, they kind of need to experience Gears 2 and 3 before they go E-Day. Otherwise, they lose a lot of context. Mate, did Chili just go straight to number one? Mate, Chili just came in and said, screw Devin. I'm going straight to number one. Chili just ranked straight. You think E-Day is going to be a timed exclusive? What makes you think E-Day is going to be a timed exclusive? Loads of people are saying day and date. I mean, to be fair, that would have probably made a lot more sense. So you kind of play them in chronological order. I can see that. I can see that. Then you kind of see the build up between Dom and Phoenix, and then you see that glorious moment in number 2. That beautiful moment that shook everyone to its core. At least it did me. That was a moment. You don't forget those moments. Kill it, hacker. Yeah, I don't believe Microsoft will do that either. People do believe it. I mean, time will tell, right? Speculation is one thing, but I guess we'll see eventually how it turns out. Some say it will, some say it won't. I personally don't see it. But hey, at least you know that if it's a staggered release, it'll probably release 30 FPS. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. I'm going Susanna, there's no official announcement about E-Day going to PlayStation, but he sounds very nice. Oh, Chili, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. Hey, Devin with his super sticker. 199. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, it did not actually knock him above Chili. It knocked him to 185. Interesting. Devin's still number 2. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll wait and see. We can, you know, there's no point in arguing about it. Playing at low FPS makes the game last longer. You know what? I'll give that one to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give that one to you. You can have that one. I'll give that one to you. That's. So, have you guys seen the new promotional art for New Vegas? By the way, before I jump on to Fallout Season 2, what did I say New Vegas for? Fallout Season 2. How many of you have actually pre-ordered? Put a 1 in chat if you've pre-ordered Helldivers 2 for Xbox, and 2 if you haven't. As long as we can whoop these ponies' asses. Moonlight, you're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. But no one is interested. You have it on PC? Man, I'm the only one that picked it up. Just don't want to play it. It's a fascist role-playing game. Dude, it's just a video game, man. Alright, see, Devin bought it. Maybe so, but it's still just a video game. I mean, technically, you'd call Destiny the same thing because you're trying to exterminate every other race in the world. Hey, IO, how's it going? I think it released a few days before I get paid. You gifted it to Sandwich? Nice. Oh, right. I recall you guys were trying to sort something out. Well, let's see how the sales go for that game. It'll be interesting to see what the sales are, if it will break any records. And then there's the whole Halo stuff, right? Apparently, Helldivers are ODST troops. They're the same thing. That's why it works, apparently. Yeah, you can't do any of that now on Xbox. You can't talk shit. If someone reports you, you're done. Talking, you know, the days of old in the lobbies where literally anything went. You know, back when, you know, like the 360 days of COD lobbies. Woo-wee! To be fair though, I'll be honest with you. I don't think 2025 could survive the COD lobbies of the Xbox 360. I genuinely believe that people would have such a mental breakdown that, you know, I don't know how they would react. I think they would literally go off the walls. They would be, you know, they would be at Mumsnet. They would be everywhere. They would be parading, protesting down the streets because of this. They will be screaming from the rooftops. There is no shot that the current landscape of civilization could withstand and survive the COD lobbies of Xbox 360. No way. No way in hell. The shit I heard back in those days was, my God, like those lobbies. It was literally just, it was just vitriol. But you know what? No one cared. You know, everyone just spoke shit, insulted everyone, and then continued gaming, and then back to insulting each other. It was the way of the good world. Anything on Sony and the Tencent lawsuit? Sony changed a couple of things in their lawsuit, and Tencent have now changed all the artwork of their game to say, hey, look, it's not the same game. We've changed the artwork. Look on Steam. It doesn't look the same anymore, folks. And I don't think that really works for Tencent. But that's really as far as it got. Chili, all you need to do is just, I just put a picture of someone, and that was it. Banisher, I get that, but then there's also the whole shit talking, right? You have it in wrestling, you have it in boxing, you have it everywhere. Okay, some of it gets really aggressive and really insulting and really vile, but I just feel like, back then people weren't sensitive to it. Today, everyone is really, really sensitive to anything. You can say something and it will just get misconstrued and taken out of context, and then, you're either a bigot, a racist, or whatever. You can't say anything today, which is why I don't go on Xbox Live at all anymore in lobbies. Like, I full stop, don't do it, because you can say anything and it can be misconstrued the wrong way, even though you have zero intention of it meaning like that, and you're out. You didn't have that back in the day. Way thicker skin, Ventura. way thicker skin. Like I said, the people today could not survive the 360 era of gaming. They just couldn't survive. They would have quit gaming. I'll be playing Gears on Game Pass when it's out. Too many Slurfakes? I know. I know. It is what it is. But yeah, it's a thing. And it's a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little sad. I feel like we have lost something overall. Why is this doing this? I keep making this mistake. There it is. I feel like we've lost a semblance of stuff. I mean, first we lost Lightgun Gaming, which is now coming back, which is good. But just Party Chat used to be a way where you can just meet new people. That's not a thing anymore either. Especially if you've seen the latest Roblox stuff. Oof. That's even worse. Well, the problem is, if you say something at a turn and then they report you and then it gets flagged, you can lose your whole account. People don't really realize, but that email account that you've got is worth thousands in general. You know, imagine that being banned. You lose access to all you know. You could potentially lose access to every single Xbox game you've ever bought. It's way too harsh the way they do it. Indeed, man, indeed. But hey, this is the new promotional art for Fallout Season 2. What do you think? IO, you can't wait? The greatest show ever made is coming back for a Season 2, and it's in New Vegas. IO, I think that was for everyone. So I should actually play it at some point, right? So I could say the same thing. Did it say I've never played it? Hey. Come on. The second greatest show? Why, what's the first greatest show? Hey, Paul. We should see a super mutant given that dude got infected with the serum last season. Yeah. What do you mean? Lost all respect. Oh, this guy. No pleasing him ever. What IO needs is a good dose of Marmite. Not much, Paul. Only just started. Let's see. Nope. So we finally have a little bit of information about what's landing at Gamescom, well, opening night live. You know, I'm never going to remember this name. No matter how many times I read it, I'm never going to remember opening night live. It's just such a silly name. They should put it into a name that doesn't sound like something that you're never going to remember. But Ninja Gaiden 4 will be at opening night live, which means that it may be shown at the Xbox event the day later, but it seems Microsoft isn't holding back all games for their show. They are starting to put stuff out there. Then again, some say this is... Aaron Greenberg said this is first party. It's clearly not first party, but I'm not going to get into that debate. So maybe that's why this is being shown. I don't know, but it is going to be there. It's the opening night live. I just can't keep that in my memory. I mean, they probably... Elder Scrolls would actually be kind of cool for a TV series. It's 1.5 party. They don't own the IP. You know, you have to own the IP for it to be first party, right? I guess this would classify as second party, but they funded it. That makes more sense. What did I eat tonight? Chicken and rice. Look, there are a bunch of people on X right now who will come after you with pitchforks and knives bags. I am telling you. These people, you think, you know, Nintendo fans are bad when you say Zelda gets a 8 out of 10 instead of a 10, and then they start taking down websites, start parading with, you know, witch hunting in streets at night with pitchforks and torches and shit, looking for houses that have been marked that have said something bad about Zelda. You think those people are bad? They ain't got nothing on the people on X that think that this is first party. And you go tell them that this is not first party and you don't care? Oh boy! You ain't ready for that. You are not ready for that. But we have more news of games coming. So things are starting to finally, you know, leak out. Action RPG Lords of the Fallen 2 reveal confirmed for next week. Honestly, Bags, I kind of agree. There's some truth to that. But people don't see it that way. The Mark of Link. Yeah, so the Lords of Fallen, I think, has received a permanent price decrease on the digital storefront. So for those that might be interested in checking out the first one, it is fixed now. It did launch in a shoddy state, if I don't remember, but they have fixed it. So that's Lords of Fallen 2. Well, that's Lords of Fallen 1. But yeah, so if you're interested in checking it out, you know, it's got a permanent price cut. Now might be a good time. But Fallen 2 will be confirmed for, it looks like, opening night live next week. See, I already forgot what it's called. It's such a bad name. It's such a bad name that I keep forgetting it. You know what game they really should remake or redo or re-release for the masses to play? Bubble Bubble. Just make a new one. The last one I think was Bubble Symphony that I played. But they really need to make new Bubble Bubbles. I miss those games from Taito. Good old classic games. Blinks will never get remade. As good as that game was for its time, Blinks 2 kind of went... They destroyed Blinks 2. Chrono Trigger is a good game. That one could, like, if that got done in, you know, modern graphics, that could look really cool. You know, what is it? What is the game? Trails something? I think Trails in the Sky. Chapter 1 that's coming out on consoles. Well, everything except... It's on everything exclusively, not on Xbox. It's double the duration. The actual testers that played it through from start to finish, it takes twice as long as the original game. And it's because all the dialogue now is localized and read out in English dubbing or whatever. But it has voice acting now. And so it takes apparently that much longer because you're listening to the audio rather than reading the script. Hey, Portal Player. Is there a new Bubble Bubble game? Ah, but I could have told you, Banisher, that Croc and Gex would have failed instantly. They don't have that appeal. And this is why Banjo was not made. People don't understand. No one wants these games. Right? I mean, I want Bubble Bubble, but it's going to be such a small section of gamers that would enjoy Bubble Bubble that it probably wouldn't even be worth their time developing it. A lot of people want these platformers, but they don't sell. There is no interest in platform games anymore. The younger folk, they don't care about those games. The older folk are kind of past it. They won't get the recognition they deserve. It's really weird when I look at the shift in, you know, the younger generation, right? When I look at my kids and their friends and look at what they're playing and what they're interested in compared to what I'm interested in. They don't play RPGs. They don't like none of this Devil May Cry games. None of it. All they want to do is play multiplayer. Their biggest entertainment is games like Repo, right? Stardew Valley, Valorant. These are the games that they like. Anything that they can play with their friends, anything that's single player is zero interest. If it's a platformer, even less. It's weird. And look, I wasn't asking for a remake of Bubble Bubble. I wanted another iteration. But you said there was another Bubble Bubble. Latest Bubble game. I didn't like the Rainbow series. I did buy it when it got released on Xbox, but I've just never been a big fan of the Rainbow series. Let's have a look. What games have they got? Let's have a good looky at my good pal Wikipedia. All right, so in 1986, Taito, you know, they rocked the world with the original Bubble Bubble. I can also proudly say that I completed that game from level 1 to 100 without losing a single life. Pro gaming. That was like when I was at my heyday. Rainbow Islands I never really liked. Parasol Stars again, that kind of went away from thing the way it was. Then you had Bubble Bubble Part 2, which I never actually played, to be fair. I didn't even know that existed. Bubble Symphony I did play. It's also known as Bubble Bubble 2. So this looks like it's the official Bubble Bubble. This was on the Sega Saturn. So I played that one. Bubble Memories is a platform title. It's his sequel to Bubble Symphony and is the 5th Bubble Bubble game. Unlike Bubble Symphony, this game stars only 2 dragons, Bob and Bob. I might have to check this one out. I don't know anything about that one. Then you went back to Rainbow Islands and no one cares. No one cares about Revolution. Or Evolution was weird as well. That was on the PSP. Then Double Shot. Then we're still on Rainbow Islands. They're persistent with Rainbow Islands. I did play Neo. That was the arcade remakes, so that was kind of cool. Then they went back to Rainbow Island again. And I think this is the one that you're talking about, Bags. Bubble Bubble 4 Friends. And it was released on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Windows. So everything exclusively not on Xbox once again. So I might check on Steam and see if it's on there. Since it's released on Windows. Seems like a good place. Or maybe even on the Switch, because this seems like a perfect game to play while I'm resting in bed. Then again, I've got a Portal as well, so it doesn't make a difference. I can play all 3 of them in bed. Yes, Bags. Dude, back when I didn't have life responsibilities, I used to be heavy at gaming. We used to play like 10, 12 hours a day, which was unhealthy, I know. But we used to play a lot. But then I got married and I got a waifu. And then I had little mini-me's pop out. Then I had responsibilities. And then I do this shindig on top of my 9-to-5 job. So time is very, very, very tight for me. But yeah, I think I'll pick this one up. Bubble Bubble 4. I didn't know this existed. So nice one on that, Bags. I appreciate it. That one totally came in clutch. I genuinely did not know that existed. I didn't know. And I am really happy that you brought that to my attention. More than one kid? Yeah, I got 5. We stopped at 5. To be fair, the 5th one was an accident. As in, we didn't know she was pregnant until the baby was born. Wait, is there a new one coming? There is! There's even a new one coming. A new bubble in Q4 25. Sugar Dungeons. Interesting. But bubble 4 is £30. Not bad. Yeah, Sugar Dungeon. It was just a fun game with playing in co-op. I never liked Rainbow Islands. I don't know what it was. The Rainbow Islands I can never get into. Moonlight, it's still a job because it takes time away from other things I could be doing. If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be spending more time just doing stuff with the kids. So this is still a job. It's a job I can stop at any time, sure. But I still see it as a job because it takes time away from other things that I could be doing. Sony took Infamous off PS Plus. What if Infamous is ready to come out, but it's getting the multi-platform? Infamous is Insomniac, right? I don't think they've got time to be doing it. Infamous. Oh, Marble Madness! That shit was dope! Let me see if I can bring that up. Marble Madness was dope. I remember that. Man, these games are lost to time. Let's see if there's actually a video of it. Hopefully I won't get I won't get Alright, so this is Marble Madness. So you had this little marble that you used to go around and you had to basically direct it through all of these obstacles to get to the end goal. It sounds so simple of a concept, but later levels got so devilishly difficult with the short time that you had, and then there was stuff like that that kind of got in your way. Then you had little more smaller parts. It was just such a good game. The concept was so simple, yet the addiction to this was so great. It was hard. This guy is dope. Like I'd be flying through the edges right now. Yeah, with a trackball. My guy is good. This is the arcade version as well. Guy's probably playing it on main, but still. It's what Sonic Labyrinth was based off, Chili. But yeah, this game was good, man. I remember this. They actually released what is it? What do you call the board games of these? You could actually buy like a setup of a Marble Madness thing, and you kind of had to tilt it and stuff to get the marble in through the stuff. Good times, man. Good times. Good times is what I'll say. This one I'm really excited about. This one I'm really excited about. Is this going to be the time, boys? It's just bits and bobs of news. There's not been much going around, Susano. Arkanoid was correct. Oh yeah, I remember that. There's been nothing big, put it that way. Phil Spencer hasn't resigned. Sarah Bond hasn't resigned. Hiroki Totoki hasn't announced what games are going to Xbox yet. Herman Hulst is still trying to weed through all the games that are in production going to Xbox. Although I did find a snippet which I wish I bookmarked and I didn't. It was from 2024 where someone said that currently 2 games were in development for Xbox. This was back in 2024. He said one of them was Helldivers 2, and the other one was a single-player game from PlayStation to Xbox. And then he followed that. That was in May 2024. And then in June 2024, he followed that up by saying that more games were now greenlit for development to go to Xbox. So whatever this plan is that they're doing apparently started in 2024. So that's probably the biggest news that I have. But that's just a rumor. That's just based off that thing I found, and I wish I bookmarked it, and I didn't. So I have no way of corroborating even the fact that what I'm saying is real or not. Canon for the remake? You see, Bags, everyone wants a remake. Nice, Paul. Sarah side can take that for each other. Just trying to see if I can find it. But no. It was something I saw. And like I said, I wish I saved it, but I didn't. But yeah, apparently this person said that 2 games was going to Xbox One. Oh, that was interesting. Apparently OBS disconnected and then reconnected. I saw that. But yeah, apparently 2 games. And then he followed that up by saying multiple other games, single-player games as well, had been green-lit to go. Worms or Lemmings? Mate, I feel bad for the guy that did Lemmings. He got shafted, man. He got shafted hard. Like there was no good way of what happened to him, man. I feel bad. Man, oh no, Chile is him. 425 points. Chile's it's over. Yeah, the guy who made Lemmings, he got outvoted by the board of his own game. So bad. Was it Lemmings or Worms? I think it was Lemmings. But that was so bad. He walked in one day and the board just said, "You're out." But yeah, I'm really excited for this one, the Big Division 2 project. I'm hoping this Big Division project is actually going to be cross-save. I don't even care if there's no cross-play. I just want cross-save. They've got the system. They've got it working in Ubisoft. They can get it working here. So this Big Division 2 project needs to be cross-save so I can start playing again. Oh, nice, Byron. Yeah, I really want to jump into this, but my save is on the PS4. That's where I started it, and I've got a lot of work put in. I just don't have time to restart. And so I don't get to play it. And I'm sure there are other people like me out there who want to play the game with their friends on other platforms, be it PC or Xbox, but they can't because Ubisoft says we don't like people playing our game. That's because £2 is worth more than $2. £2 is probably worth about $2.50, give or take. I can tell you now by going to xe.com. The pound is more powerful, right? It's just one of those things, buddy. If we convert £2, it's actually $2.70. Almost $2.71. So yeah, his £2 is almost worth $3. Oh yeah, Byron, I get the PS5 thing, but like I've got friends that play on PC, I've got friends that play on Xbox. I can't play with them. And it really irritates me that, you know, after all this time they just haven't included a feature in here that allows you to transfer your save file like every other Ubisoft game does. Devin, you better get eBay. It's the thing number 2. Oh. Surprised the Connect Plus doesn't let you. Exactly, Cesano. Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. Like, they've got the system there. Make it happen. There's no reason why they haven't made it happen yet. Outside of them just being lazy. Or just give us a way to get the save file. So, I mean, it can't be that hard anyway. The save data is stored on their end, not on ours. So we don't even have access to it. I don't know. It's just weird. Or just start again and stop. Mate, I'm not gonna maintain 3 versions of the game. If they want me to buy the game again and all the DLCs and everything, they have to meet me halfway and let me save time. So I'm hoping that this information, this big project, is cross-save. It absolutely won't be that, and I'm going to be heartbroken. But I'm hoping that when we sit down on the 19th to check out Gamescom, they're going to say, hey, everyone, cross-save is now a thing. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, baby. That's what's going to happen. You did the music for Obliterator and Amiga? Damn, Paul, you did a lot of work. Grounded. Grounded looks like it could be Xbox's next big franchise if it continues with the positivity that it's got going right now. What started off as a passion project, now a collaboration between Obsidian and Eidos, I think. Seems to be a massive, massive win for them. Over 3 million players. They are over the moon. And yeah, you know, I think this game has the potential. Everyone that I've spoken to that's played it has been singing its high praises like there's no tomorrow. Praise after praise after praise. So they're clearly doing something right. I know Steve's played it, but has anyone else played it? Someone here never shuts it down. Yeah, it's been a massive success for them. You know, good on them. And I'm really hoping that the game continues to do well. Because that's awesome, right? Awesome, awesome stuff. You're over 400 hours in. Jesus Christ, dude. Game only came out 2 days ago. You played Grounded 2, now you're going back to play the first game. They're all good. Steve, no likes this game for no reason. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good game. But like I was saying, this game has the potential to be huge for Xbox. And this is just a rendition of it now. I think the next iteration of this, when it comes out, I mean, they've got lots of stuff to add to this as well. They're still in early access, so by the time they're ready to release, it's going to be in a perfect state. So, you know, by that point, PlayStation gamers will be getting it in pristine condition. But, you know, at least you know that you were there to beta test it the whole way. Wait, I shouldn't say that, should I? I could never kill a spider? Yeah, neither could I. I'd just be running away. Hey, look, at least they're not as bad as Phasmophobia, okay? That game went into early access in 2020. It's coming out of early access in 2026. Mate, at that point, you start hitting Star Citizen levels of WTF. That's crazy. Which game is that, Io? The next Division game isn't canned, and from what I've understood, the next Division game is still under works, and I think it's been confirmed that it's still alive. Division 3 is still a go. They haven't stopped it. It's just taking a while to come out. Oh, Heartland's got cancelled, yeah. But that was kind of like a multiplayer kind of hybrid game. That was basically like the Dark Zone spin-off. But yeah, that got cancelled, and that did not go down. That did not go down well. An actual surprise baby is wild. Dude, we didn't know. I was actually on my way home, and my daughter gave me a call and said, "Dad, you need to come home. Mum's just had a baby." And I was like, "What?" Bear in mind that just the previous week, I gave away all our baby gear, everything, the crib, the prams, the car seats, the works, everything. I gave it to family because we didn't need it. That was an interesting time. Definitely an interesting time. Oh. All Ubi got pushed back in development. Hey, Banisher, since you have contacts there, tell them to put cross save on Division 2. That's what you need to do, right? Alright, so Stalker 2. I covered this, I think, last week. I'm not sure, but I thought I'd cover it again. You're getting a lot of updates from new missions, anomalies, A-Life updates, which is really cool, NPC updates, accuracy updates. You're going to get a Discord holiday event, local save backup restoration, zone kit improvements, extended day and night. You're even getting an Unreal Engine update to Unreal Engine 5.5.4 for optimization purposes. But none of this will come out before the PlayStation version is released. This update is going to launch alongside the PlayStation 5 version. So even if it is ready, you won't be getting it if you are a Stalker fan on PC or Xbox. You'll have to wait until it's released on PS5. That's the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's the respect these developers are showing. Enhanced for PS5. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Banisher doesn't have contacts. He is the contact. He's definitely used Guimo in disguise. But hey, Banisher, seriously, if you've got contacts there, or if you are a contact, make it happen. That's all I'm gonna say. Cross save. You'll get people coming back and playing. But what do you guys think about this? what's your thoughts on the fact that all of these updates will now wait to release until the PS5 launch? Have you been watching Bruce Almighty? I've seen the movie. Why is that gaming? I enjoyed Bruce Almighty. It was a good film. Mate, DCG is mental. That guy is off his rails, man. I can't deal with that guy. I cannot deal with that guy. But yeah, if you ask me, this is bollocks. This is as much bollocks as the Ninja Theory bollocks. But that's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with it. Nah, I don't think it makes sense at all. You see? Susano knows the ways. That don't make sense at all. I mean, even if you're gonna spit on the Xbox fans, why are you spitting on the PC fans? That market is unregulated. They don't need to pay any money to push it onto PC. Why ain't PC getting it? Ah, right. Yes, it is. It is. I wasn't actually referencing that. That's actually a term I use quite often. No, I think this is bollocks that people have to wait for the next version of the game to come out before they can get the update. I think it's ludicrous. I know some people don't care, but I care. And that's all that matters. MBG? MBG is that dude. I know that doesn't narrow it down at all, but he's that dude. Yeah, Bullets likes going over there for the controversy. I don't do controversial stuff. I just shit talk everyone. All right, so this one over here, Fast and Furious Arcade Edition. Yes, I appreciate it's a PlayStation 5 box, but the arcade game is coming to Xbox and Switch. Now, this actually is pretty cool. I actually really like the way this looks. It reminds me of old school arcade games. And yeah, this just looks really, really awesome. It's been a long time since we've had like a proper arcade game. I can't remember the last one we've actually had, really. That's literally from the arcade straight into your home console. Like, we had like the Scud races and the stuff like that, but they never came to home console. I guess Daytona was one of them that came to home console. But this is full on the arcade experience, you know, on your screen. Yeah, Burnout. Generally, when you're playing these games at the arcade, they're more flamboyant. I mean, you can see from the stuff that's happening here, it's way more flamboyant, way more like in your face than games like Burnout and stuff are. These just have like, a different appeal, a different kind of feel to them. You know you're playing an arcade racer with these ones. Oh yeah, talking about the wrong game, Susanna. Oh good. I've played Asphalt. This is nothing like Asphalt. But I'm really excited for this. And yeah, as you can see here, it's Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. Oddly, not Nintendo Switch 2. Which is weird. Did you guys know, fun fact, that Mario Odyssey on the Switch 1 in handheld mode runs at 640 interlaced? PS5 blows, welcome to the stream. It runs 640 interlaced. Mate, that thing went down to 640. Shit. $640 interlaced. You know things are bad when you're going down below 720. I mean, technically, you did that in V Rally. It's the artistic style that makes this an arcade game. I don't know. I'm excited for this, and I hope it's successful. And I'll be picking it up. Although Game Mill is one of those companies that generally don't make great games, so that's a red flag. But this looks fun. So if the price is right, I'll pick it up day one. Anyone seen Alien Earth yet? I haven't. And despite the fact that it's actually not fully canon, well, it's kind of trying to retcon Prometheus and Covenant. Apparently, it's supposed to be really good. That's all I've heard. I know there's people in the chat that haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers. I haven't seen it, so no spoilers. But I've heard really high praise for it. I know, Bags. Like Scud Race would be great as well. Scud is Mario Odyssey plays great on my Rock Ally. I'm sure it does. Did anyone see that someone took the 4090 APU from a laptop and put it into a handheld and built a handheld out of it? So now they've got a handheld 4090. That's crazy. It should be following the books. But clearly the movies are superior to the books. Why'd you say that, Chili? What's the battery life on that? Do you know what? I have no idea. Let me see if I can find the article. It was quite funny. I think I sent it to Steve as well. Now here it is. Let me just pick this one up as well because we're going to talk about this as well. This is another semi-big news. All right. So, a modder builds. Why do people have white websites? I don't get it. I don't got anything against white, but actually I have everything against it on websites. Everything should just be dark mode. Who in this day and age uses non-dark mode? Not today, Baron Wits. I do them every so often, but not today. I don't like dark. Wood Pit, you don't like dark mode? Steve, get him. Get him. But thank you for the $2 super chat, buddy. But yeah, not. I do them every so often, but not today. But yeah, Mother builds gaming handheld powered by an RTX 4090 laptop GPU, Intel i9 14900HX system, sports a 12.5-inch 4K display, 175-watt mobile GPU. Thermals seem pretty good. Where's the battery life? See if we can find battery. Is that the only thing with battery? Other key specs of this handheld include a provision of 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 2 terabytes of SSD storage, both upgradable. We also know the device demoed comes with a 50-watt battery, probably best reserved for just short spells between AC outlets. A short spell, probably best reserved for just short spells between AC outlets. It's like, right, AC, I need to run upstairs before this battery runs out. We are probably still a way off a commercial Intel Nvidia handheld gaming PC device. It actually looks more likely that Nvidia could try something bold without its blue buddy. Specifically, the Nvidia N1 and NX are expected to hit consumer portables, including gaming-focused machines sometime in 26. The SoC could be a winner in portable sphere, packing up to 20 ARM cores and a Blackwell GPU. But hey, anyone interested? Kevin, that the battery will likely explode. Yeah, I thought this was quite. It's look, I get it. It's not practical, but at least it's impressive. Look at it. A handheld can finally run Horizon. That's got to be something. I'm not sure, buddy. This was just released 2 days ago. I don't know. I thought this was funny. That's what the comments are saying. Oh my. What's the battery life? It's 10 minutes. Actually, in between 15 and 20 minutes. But just the hardware, not counting the display. Too bad it's not easy. I'm not a gamer, but this is pretty cool. If it requires a power cord, never. Yeah. Battery life is thing. I don't know, I thought that was quite funny. There was something else that someone sent me, which let's see if I can find it. I think it was Soul that sent it to me. Alright. So I'm guessing you've all heard of a publication called Polygon. Right? You've all heard of Polygon. So, Polygon journalist Josh Broadwell says, "No, I won't revive you in Battlefield 6." And then goes on a tirade in this article as to why, reviving people is bad in Battlefield 6. But the comments is where it becomes gold. You will lose if you play Conquest or Breakthrough and not revive teammates. I recommend taking the post down as to not embarrass yourself and ruin your gaming journaling career. Please, for the sake of the people that unfortunately get grouped up with someone like you, do not play enough multiplayer games. Not even about a bad experience, rather learning from it and getting acquainted. Just dropping off a cliff is the worst kind of way to interact with a game. Might as well play something else. This is such an L take that I signed in just to comment. Something I hardly ever do. I literally was about to avoid future posts from Polygon because of you, but I'm gonna give your journalist one more chance. Firstly, you are wrong. So wrong. Secondly, incredibly wrong. Good to see you completely missed the point. What about smoke grenades? Guarantee he rushes in every time without them. He doesn't seem to be good at the game. Thought the same thing. I don't even bother with frags, as there are enough ways to take out tanks with whatever else you need for explosives. Yeah, he got absolutely roasted in this. I thought it was quite funny. I had a good time reading the comments. Go back to playing Call of Duty then. This game ain't for you. Stick to Call of Duty, broski. Do your research, journalist and gamer. That way. Come back to COD. Sounds like you should never play any other mode than domination. Good for you. It was never going to be 26 chili. Oh, stuff me. I don't know. I thought this was quite funny. All right, this is the second big news for the stream. The Xbox app for Windows on ARM will soon let you download games, even though they might not run very well. You will be able to, on ARM, download the games and run them natively on an ARM device that runs Windows. This is pretty big. You can see how Microsoft is trying to push their reach even further with this. Microsoft is adding the ability to download ARM64 compatible games to its Xbox app for Windows on ARM. Windows insiders can now test the new update for the Xbox app that lets them install games locally instead of having to rely on cloud gaming. Currently, the Xbox app device is like the Qualcomm-powered Surface Pro 12 will only let you play cloud games from the cloud service. This new update will mean some ARM64 games from PC Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will be available on Qualcomm-powered devices for the first time. It's big news because it shows that now they are pushing their games into yet another field, and Game Pass, well, the Xbox app, Xbox PC as it's called, is evolving. They're now probably going to write more. Mate, that post was hilarious. I found it really funny. I found it really, really funny. I can save you reading this article. The reason he don't res is because he's a tit. Oh. But yeah, raising because you're a tit. I like it. But yeah, this is actually pretty big news in my opinion. You know, they've been trying to get this down for a while and it's not really been happening. There's not really been any big movement, but this signifies the first real movement in that direction. Does Samsung use Snapdragon? Samsung uses their own one, right? if I'm not mistaken. Samsung use their own CPU. What do you mean, Woodpit? Wait, their AI is banning people for Microsoft rewards? I guess that's one way of that's one way of or restricting so you can't redeem. That's crazy. I'm not sure. I haven't claimed my reward points yet for Game Pass. It's 12,000 points per reward. I think I've got enough to claim 3 of them now. That's pretty much what I do. I just get free Game Pass every month, every 2-3 months. It extends the duration of my Game Pass, and everyone's happy. I mean, armors and all sorts of stuff. I get that, but oh yeah. I mean, at the moment, apparently, it's not. They recommend in its current state, it's not the greatest for gaming, but the fact that they've got it now running, it's all about just getting the ARM CPUs optimized for better performance. I think I got like 30,000 points now, so I'm probably going to pick up two. I need 36,000 to get free months. Any R-Type fans here? Does anyone even remember what that word means? What it symbolizes? What greatness it brings? Well, then you'll be pleased to know that a new R-Type is coming. R-Type HD Boosted. R-Type Delta HD Boosted. I mean, it's still R-Type Delta. This one's been around for a while, but it's just had a new paint coat. But it's awesome. Looks pretty damn snazzy to me. Man, these are the games I grew up with. I probably suck at them now, though. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. Awesome stuff, Susano. Yeah, I am totally excited for this one. Use the Force. I don't know, it just looks really, really cool to me. I saw this and I was like, huh, I didn't know this was a thing. I'm sure there'd be other people that didn't know because it just went under the radar. But for us, oldies that played these games back in the day to death, R-Type was a phenomenal game. Look at it. Newly arranged soundtrack by Chris Hasselbeck. Hey, Paul, why wasn't you doing this now? R-Type Commodore 64 Amiga, R-Type Delta PS1, R-Type 2, Image Fight Arcade. Oh, I didn't realize Image Fight was a thing. But it looks like we're getting the PS1 version remade. It looks cool. Your nightmares now in high definition. That's why I ignored you, Steve. That's why I ignored you. At least now you know why. A game that I worked on years ago, back in 07, is finally getting its hiatus. You know, it's finally coming back after 2 years of being missing from the field. Football Manager 26 is finally coming back. So for those of you statistic lovers out there, it's finally here. The new update. We can sit down and manage our football clubs and send them to relegation like we always do. Ah, those are the good days. But yeah, good times. So, what about this? Who's disappointed with this one? Come on, own up. But it makes you cross-eyed. They've made a lot of improvements on it, IO, since I was working on it. The last one that I worked on was 07. I'm in the credits as well, which is kind of nice. I'm even in the game. And I know there's been a lot of improvements since then. I think they've completely redone the match engine as well. So, I don't know, you might like it. They'll probably have like a demo available for it for Football Manager 26 like they normally do, or like a trial. So, might be worth giving a try. But hey, Io, at least you can manage your favorite club now, Manchester United. It is ghostly. The old Champ Manager games, but Football Manager goes too in depth. I mean, Championship Manager just became Football Manager and then became just better, right? You can't think of anything more boring? What do you mean? It's literally just like the greatest thing ever. You get to do your transfers and manage your team and do all the painful work without any pay. It's like perfect. You can be the manager you've always wanted to be without the actual salary. It's like me. I'm the greatest YouTube streamer without the pay. You know, I'm living the dream. Can't wait to make Liverpool even more successful than they already are, mate. After you start playing that game, Liverpool gonna go relegation. If you're not a mank, you're a... See, Gorsty, you just got called one of those words. Gaming, it goes nowhere near as in depth as Football Manager does. You can bring glory back to United because that's how. Hey, look, they bought a bunch of players just before the deadline was done. That's gonna do absolutely nothing because they've had no time to gel. But you know, now that we've got those players, people say they need like a year before they settle in and stuff. So they're gonna be useless for 12 months. So maybe this time next year we'll finally start seeing something. Yeah, but you know, you see it all the time. Yeah, Woodpit. Man, you're gonna get spanked. They're gonna get spanked. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid Delta's delayed multiplayer, Fox Hunt, won't have crossplay. And it's not going down well with fans because they left that to the last minute to turn around and tell people that it's not getting, you know, it's not going to get it. Hey, look, Doris just wasn't there for payday, man. That's all I'm gonna say. To be fair, would pit neither as Man United. Not under Amorim, anyway. I mean, people might have actually. Look, here's a extended trailer for Fox Hunt. So they released this trailer. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it with the audio, so piss off. I'm sick and tired of fighting. Wait, he's just buffering now. Oh, maybe there is some stuff. Look at that. Look how different it is. It looks alright. Hey, Calendros. Man, as if you're not gonna see that. Why do you want Man United to get relegated for? That's probably gonna get me demonetized just for that 5-second clip. But yeah, this looks really good. No, I don't see a single reason, Gorsty. None of this is valid reasons. But yeah, so essentially they've everyone was expecting it to be crossplay, so they can look. If you're releasing an online game, you kind of want it to be crossplay, so you get to play with more people. What you don't do is what Coalition Games did, where they said, right, Xbox fans and PlayStation fans going head to head in in PvP with Gears Reloaded, and then they said, but don't worry, we're leaving a toggle in there, so you know, you can actually toggle it off so you can't play with anyone else. And so PlayStation fans naturally are just going to switch the toggle like they do with every game and only play with PlayStation players. But they could have at least put a toggle option in there, man. What's the problem with what? Holy shit, what the fuck is that? Oh god, one of the stink bugs again. Oh god. I need to go get my weapon of mass destruction. Where did it drop though? Man, they fly around like they're fucking drunk. I don't even see where it went. It'll appear somewhere soon. I think I'm good for now. I don't see where it went at all. Fucking thing just came zooming in. Anywhere it could go, but no, it has to come right here. Shut up, Condros. What's wrong with toggle? It ruins the multiplayer experience. games often suffer because they don't have people to play with. People that toggle it off generally don't remember to toggle it back on, and then multiplayer games die. It's really that simple. No, I get excluding PC players, but they should just have console and everything. Because PC, you've got cheaters, right? They're everywhere, the cheaters. Now I'm going to be second checking every single time until I fucking find that thing so I can murder it. The problem with PC is that it, like Steve's saying, oh, there it is. Is that it there? Oh, sorry. It's not on my shoulder. Stop it. Holy shit, there it is. Okay, good stuff. Stay there. Come on down. Is the Hoover upset? You need it. I'll be in vain again. You see it? No. The other one's in there. One of the stand push. But the kid's dead. These things can live forever. What did you say? Give me some cold water. Where did it go? Mate, that's not good. Chat, where did it go? Oh shit, it's after me. Alright. Spinning right round, spinning right round, spinning right round. Man, that thing went spinning right round and that's where I got wait. Yeah, I got it. It was dominating. Yeah. What? Yeah, they're gonna help. Probably a couple days. Why? Because you've used your muscles for the first time in your entire life. I used the wrong muscle. Look, if you hear any noise, you need to rush back down. Mate, you need to rush back down and save me. Mate, I just want you to know that that thing was spinning around. I don't even think any brain cells are left in there. It gone. That's how it works. What are you guys laughing for? You have no idea, mate. Look at the sweat that's come off my head. The moment I saw it, that was like Ifrit dive bombing me. Eat it, you crazy mofo. Mate, let me see how gaming. Let's see how you will stand up to Ifrit. This was exactly what Pit. This was a life and death situation. I had like a combination of Ifrit, Titan, Bahamut, All in one. Shiva to sprinkle it on. It's the least you can do to honor it. No, but I will take a full spoon of I'll take a spoonful of Marmite when you send me that 5090. Paul, that's because you're crazy. You're lucky we're not friends. I bring the spiders back to just to release. Oh, mate. At that point, do you remember that meme? That meme with that girl? This one? That'd be me. That's what would happen, Susano. Nope. One spoon. This would literally be me. I still can't believe this NFT sold for $500,000. But still, this would be me. I don't know, Calandros. I mean, you could always Carlota and kind of see how it goes with Carlota, and, you know, I know you need Brant for your Fusion Carlota team, but there's always, you know, Brent is a really good Carlota. Let's see what he sent me. Oh, that one. Yeah, I didn't even click on that. I told you straight up, I'm not clicking on that link. Man, I told you straight up. That shit was... That wasn't happening, buddy. That was not happening. I told you straight up, I'm not clicking on that link. That's literally done and dusted. Game over. Nope. What do you mean so manly? You mean it was as dangerous as made-up creatures? What do you mean made-up creatures? These are mythological beings. I ain't opening it. You crazy. It's horrible, Woodpit. Absolutely vile. I mean, Chris said it better than me. I was going to say that, but I didn't because I didn't want to offend anyone. But yeah. Marmite does not taste like bread. No, it does not. Look, I've got spiders up there, right? I've left it there because all these flies that keep coming, one by one, they seem to migrate into that corner and get caught. So I'm just keeping an eye on it, keeping a watchful eye. It's far enough from me to not be that scared of it, even though it does bother me. And then, once it's clustered enough, the missus will come and clean it out. See? I've got this shit all worked out. I've got this all worked out. Nah, my chair's fine. But yeah, that's what would happen if Susano came around and dropped a bunch of spiders. House is getting burnt. The only way to exterminate them. It's the only way to be sure. People that don't like Marmite should be allowed to live in Britain. I know. So why are you here, Steve? People that don't like Marmite should be allowed to live in Britain. I agree. You know, we've got no complaints here, Steve. No, 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 no. You're not changing that now. You ain't changing it. You said that don't like Marmite should be allowed to live in Britain. I agree with this statement. That statement I 100% agree with. There is no lies in this. None at all. So pack your things and get out. Fuck's sake, now I feel like it's walking on me. Fucking hell. You can't change it now, Steve. The original statement was that there's nothing in my hair because I've pretty much gone bald. Anything that goes on my head, I will now feel it. This was my insurance policy. If you've heard of a game, stuff called Arcade Archives, they've been releasing like old arcade games on platforms. This is their third release now. Aquajet, which is something that I'm probably going to pick up. They did Ridge Racer as well, the arcade version. They're now doing Aquajet, which is just your typical jet racing game. But these are the days of old, man. They're just getting these arcade classics now and just re-releasing them, trying to give them a bit of life. They're super cheap, these games. So maybe some people might like it, maybe not. I think this is like a perfect game for the Switch too. I've got the Ridge Racer for the Switch as well. So yeah, if you are in the town for a bit of arcade fun, something like this just might be up your street. Called Aquajet, and it should retail for about $10, $15, something like that. Not more than that. There is nothing on me. Maybe so, Bags. I'm just saying for $10, it's else is a bug in its head? No, but I do feel like stuff touching me on my arm though. My hair looking nice and dandy. Like I said, for $10, it's not a bad game. You know, you pick up, play, and put down, play a few races, and then you move, you know, come back to it later on, which is pretty much how I'm playing Ridge Racer arcade mode. So yeah, good times. I'm excited for this, and I hope other people are too. Because I know it's not there. But here's some sad news, though. While you guys are still trying to frantically... it will be on PS5, it will be on Xbox, it will be on Switch. I'm just personally buying them on the Switch because they're just quick games you can pick up. They're arcade games. There's no, like, real anything to them. They're basically the same experience you'd get in the arcade. So they're those type of games that you just pick up, play a few rounds, and put down again. So I think they're like perfect for the Switch, which is why I'm getting the arcade archives on the Switch, personally. It just makes more sense for me. Like if it had like a career mode or something like that, you know, or a league or something like that to, you know, flesh it out more, then I'd say yeah, then I'd probably be more interested on it on a full console experience. But because that's not what you're getting here, you're getting the raw arcade experience. It just makes sense on the Switch. You pick it up, play a few rounds, and put it back down, which is why I went there. But Crimson Desert is being unavoidably delayed for a second time now, set to release in early 2026. This was supposed to land Q3, I think, of 2025, or Q4, but it's been now pushed back. It was originally the game actually was originally meant to release way back in 2021, but it continues to get pushed back, which is a shame because I'm actually looking forward to this one, clearly for reasons. But you know, have you seen that possible to hack a 360 in less than 30 seconds now with the Microsoft update? Really? That's crazy. I tell you what I did see that was really impressive. Let me see. I think I actually bookmarked this one. We've already spoken about that. Where is it? Aha, here it is. But yeah, so this is disappointing news that it's been delayed, but you know what? If it needs time, let it cook. The pushback was revealed during an earnings call where the developers shared an update on the game. Currently, Crimson Desert has been in process of voiceovers while also carrying. Okay, so I wonder if the whole SAG-AFTRA strike, which is bollocks, by the way, I wonder if that has caused any issues with this overall being delayed. I think you should just fire the people and just move on. That union that's doing all of this is horrible. They're not there to protect the staff. They're there to just sort out their wallets. If I click on it, what do I get in return? And I'm going to have it live on stream. What do I get in return? If I'm going to risk my sanity, I need something in return. But I think this is really cool. This is not an Xbox 360. It's a gaming PC in disguise. That looks super damn clean. Nah, that doesn't work, Steve. The Xbox 360 was a console I bought after becoming a PC gamer a few years prior. And oh, what a machine that was. Reddit user RazQ has put a fully fledged gaming PC inside the Xbox 360 Slim. I happen to have a dead Xbox 360 Slim, and a project was born. So that's what it was. That's insane, right? But he actually did it. That's really fucking cool. I've seen a few of those 360 PC conversions over the years. Pretty cool. I know, it's like really impressive stuff, man. That's a low profile 4060, I think. It's like the cable management is mental. I don't even know how that is not overheating. But here are the specs. CPU, an AMD Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, a 4060 RTX low profile using GPU extension cord, Team Group T Create 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, 250 watt GPU, Samsung 4 terabyte SS, I think NVMe or is it SD? I don't know. Case is the Xbox 360, front USB upgraded to 3.0, Wi-Fi card, a cheap laptop card from Amazon with Bluetooth. I don't know. I thought this was really cool. That's like some people's worst nightmare. But it works. I don't know. I just really found this impressive. I love it when I see projects like this. Well, so you've actually picked up a stink bug, a real stink bug, and you've eaten it. Dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Good for you, man. I don't see how. Whippet, you're nasty. PayPal use on Steam is currently unavailable in my currency. So, if you live in a country where euros, Canadian dollars, British pounds, Japanese yen, Australian dollars, and American dollars are not your currency, you are no longer allowed to use PayPal on Steam. Wait, what's up? There is. Uh, in the kitchen, check in the first drawer. If it's not there, you might need to ask your mum. I know she put them somewhere, I just have no idea. So yeah, if you live in a country that's not using that currency, PayPal is no longer a thing. What caller did they use? Did it say caller? I don't think it actually specified the caller. Oddly enough, it didn't specify a caller. The Reddit says temps might be improved if they added another small knock to a fan next to the GPU to push hot air out. As it stands, the CPU maxes out at 77 degrees and the GPU at 80 to 85 degrees on max load. The former was confirmed with a Cinebench test. So yeah, they might add an extra outlet to make it breathe a little more. But it doesn't say anything about the cooler. It's just an air fan. The cooler is just an air fan. Not water cooled or anything. Just your bog standard air fan. Right, I'm not eating any more food for the rest of my life. You guys suck. I know, I'll link it in Gen Chat. That's okay. I'll link it in Gen Chat. That's okay. Man, Chile UK absolutely destroyed. There you go, guys. Knock yourselves out. Man, even Bags is... Man, Devin at 210 points at number 6. Man, even Steve is in the top 3. Oh, shit. Man, even Stream Elements is above Devin. Now you know he's slacking. What do you mean I'm too late? I posted it before. If his surname gave me purple. Mate, that stuff, that website looks... Nah, edible insect bugs. Nah, mate. Do you seriously eat this stuff? Like, no joke. Do you seriously eat this stuff? I'm starting to feel sick. Like, what? I have to ask, what is wrong with you? Yeah, there is something wrong with you. Like, definitely wrong with you. Yeah, you guys eat it. You guys have a nice, protein-filled, bug-licious time. Meanwhile, I'm just going to go back to my story about PayPal and MasterCard and Visa being assholes and blocking people from purchasing stuff. And it was this news that spurred on the rumors that they're going after GTA 6. Mate, no. I'm feeling sick just reading that statement. I mean, Australia dollars are allowed. You lost to Brent. Oh no. Hey, they can buy what they want. They just don't have to tell me that they're buying it. They don't have to tell me what they're eating. If you're going to tell me what you're buying and what you're eating, then I can tell you that it's fucking disgusting. I think that's fair, right? Why is PayPal doing this? I'm assuming it's to do with that collective shout thing, because they were part of it. I mean, Susanna, you're going to get people from all over the world pushing this nonsense, but they're the minority. You don't listen to Mumsnet. You just use common sense, but they don't. You don't do that. I'm still waiting for that graphics card. It's never going to arrive, gaming. Maybe one day. Maybe when the 6090 comes out. Or the 7090. Or the 8090. The minority is always the loudest. Take it easy, Paul. $190? Well, at least I can hold you to that one. Unless you change your mind again. It won't be. It'll be here within our lifetime. They'll change the naming convention, I'm sure, at some point. I mean, isn't it in America you don't have Kinder eggs? Kinder eggs are banned in the US? Crazy. YouTube is also now looking to, has, as of yesterday, pushed enforcement for ID checks for watching YouTube in America. I see, Gregor. But it's a little Kinder Surprise, man. You can buy an assault rifle or a Kinder Egg. You can only lose once, the next is guaranteed, and we were, but then I am on one night. Mate, do you know how big that thing is to eat? That Kinder Egg is big, you know. Gregor, smoking gives you lung cancer. So should we? Why isn't smoking cancelled? Why isn't smoking banned? Drinking alcohol fucks your kidneys. Why isn't alcohol banned? The difference? The mums don't care about the alcohol or the smoking. The mum's net cares about the little toy in the thing. There you go. There you go. Oh, Gregor, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, it doesn't make any sense. But bags is bang on the thing. Smoking makes them money, so it's allowed. They tried to take the high ground with Kinder Eggs. It doesn't make any sense to me. I thought the ban was actually due to Vegas making it illegal. Man, I have no idea. I don't know. I just think it's silly. But Mumsnet is striking again with PayPal, and it is sad. In other news, Inzoi is coming to PlayStation 5 and Mac after they call a successful PC launch, which is a joke because it didn't have a successful launch. But apparently, their Sims-like game, which is supposed to be better than Sims, has been tried to challenge The Sims 4 and failed. And so now they are going to challenge that other game, that farm game. I forgot what it's called now. I mentioned it earlier. It's an indie game. Someone probably knows what it's called. You get to farm and craft and shit like that. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but someone will remember the name. Not Palia. It's a really, really big game, but it's indie. No, it's really big. It's the biggest one. I can't remember the name. Let me ask my son. Because he plays it. What's that game you played with friends? Indie game. Stardew, that's the one. I knew I'd remember it at some point. Stardew Valley. So now they're trying to go against Stardew Valley with their new DLC, and their new DLC will be potentially launching in time with the PS5. Now, they clearly don't believe that the PS5 or the Mac is going to give them the revenue that they have invested in. So they are saying, hey, Microsoft, if you give us the Game Pass bag, we will release the game on your console. But if you don't give us the Game Pass bag, we probably won't do it. And in my opinion, if you hold a company like that at ransom, Microsoft should give them the middle finger and say, go F yourself. Their new DLC, basically, to coincide with the Mac launch and the start of Inzoi also gets its first major free expansion, Island Getaway, on the same day. Like I said, opening up a brand new section of your game so you can go and basically farm and do what you want. Hey, Grey Monad. But yeah, clearly they've decided that that might be the best approach for them. They want the Game Pass bag, and I, for one, say no. I wouldn't do it personally, but if that's what they want to do, they can do it. But I think it's silly news and something that, you know, is a big pile of bull. And you get the rest. At least I hope you do. Just closing a bunch of tabs right now because we don't need these. There's a few other things I wanted to talk about. But let's just close some of those. So another game that may have leaked, and this one I'm sure Bags will like. This is straight up his street. I know it. This one is definitely for him. Is it still in EA? Inzoi. Is Inzoi EA? That doesn't sound like Stardew. No, the actual description is pretty much Stardew Valley. This one is straight for Bags, mate. After promising more re-releases and remasters, Bandai Namco seemingly leaks a remaster of my all-time favorite JRPGs, Tales of Exilia. There you go, Bags. You asked for more remasters, you're getting more remasters. There you go. This one was for you, buddy. You wanted more? You okay? Oh. Oh. He was hoping it was baby steps too? Nah. But, you know, he likes Tales. He likes remasters, so I thought I'd give him some remaster news. Because, you know. What's this? Oh, okay, that's nothing to think about. Interesting. Is there any video for this? Let me see if there's any video for this. Alright, so this is kind of it. After 50 hours and over 3,000 attempts, Mario Kart Speedrunner proves a humanly impossible trick is actually doable. And absolutely destroys a 2-year-old world record in the process. I think this might be it. So apparently there's going to be a trick now that... Wait, maybe this isn't... Breaking a Mario Kart world record by getting stuck in the ground. So apparently he is going to break a record. Mate, this is 30 minutes. I just want to see the record being broken. Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, but... Right, so he doesn't even have to do the track anymore. He just goes on. That's so mean. Come on, this surely can't count. This surely can't count. Come on. That's so unfair, man. Oh, shit. That's rough. That is rough. Imagine holding a record for 2 years and then to get beaten by that. In Wait, the time actually goes down? What? Oh no, that's the time lapse. He's doing each round in like 21 seconds. Right, that's ridiculous. Oh no, I thought that was quite that's interesting. That's interesting. That's quite funny. Let's see. Movie lovers out there. For a mere $100, you can get the whole collection of Nightmare on Elm Street, 7 movies. It doesn't include Freddy vs. Jason though, and I think it really should have. I feel like that's a cop-out. But for $100, you get a 5% saving as well. That seems like a really, really good deal for you guys, man. Yo, Steve, what's up? What? No likey, no likey? I mean, you own them all, but do you own them like this? Do you own them in this state? I don't think you own them like this. What was wrong with Freddy vs. Jason? It was just mindless fun. I don't get it. Oh, by the way, Steve, the game that you was asking about the other day, Okayu Numu, it's getting its Steam localization as of August 14th. The game will come out on Steam on August the 14th, 2025, and it will cost $20. And it's going to have English text, English localization, still going to have Japanese voiceovers. I know you was looking forward to this because you was waiting for it, but because it was all in Japanese, you couldn't play it. But this pure love visual novel game that has you adopting a strange cat who can turn into a girl, you end up living with her and grow close through interactions or outings. You can actually pick it up today. What do you mean? This game was literally made for you. Hey, look, he's the one that wanted it. I'm just don't shoot the messenger. You guys are like coming after me, and I didn't do anything. Keeping that person. You see, Woodpit gets it. Capcom will present 90 minutes of PS5 updates at New York Comic Con in October. Apparently, I don't know if it's just PS5 updates. This is push, so they could be spinning it, but There'll be a bunch of these games. Upcoming titles include Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata, Onimusha, Monster Hunter Wilds, Street Fighter 6. Don't be surprised if a new Devil May Cry isn't eventually teased here, and we're overdue a new Mega Man as well. So, it'll be in the UK and Ireland, 11:45 p.m. So we'll probably check this out on October the 10th. Should be good. Your local time, 11:45, Friday, 10th of October, 2025, British sometime. No running into. Hey, if they start at that time, I stream at that time. All right, the last bit of news that I have today, this is literally the last thing, is Power Wash. They released a whole trailer for Power Wash Simulator 2 to reveal the price.
Our sequel and how much it might cost in this.
Would have helped if I actually had the volume up.
Hello, we're Future Lab, creators of Power Wash Simulator. We've had some questions about our sequel and how much it might cost in this changing financial climate, especially given the fact our first game cost less than $25. Considering it has a brand new campaign, higher fidelity graphics, split-screen co-op, a new home-based new equipment, more cosmetic kittens, we have arrived at what we believe is a fair decision. It's the same price. It's simpler that way.
There you go. So, $20 for the UK. Yeah, there is something therapeutic about this game. They just said they wouldn't be surprised if there's a new Devil May Cry teased. Yeah, this game is actually really popular. Yeah, loads of people play it, man. This is what I'm saying, Bags. The games that we grew up with, people don't want those games anymore. They want this. And this will sell way more than you believe it will. It doesn't say, but it potentially could be. I don't know what the release date for this is. I think the first one was on Game Pass. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was. On a plus note, I am getting a lot of follows over at Kick. Every single one of them's a bot, but I'm still getting follows. It was where I played it? Yeah. That does not maybe gaming for me isn't for me anymore. The difference is more and more people want like super quality stuff for their games, and if it doesn't meet a certain threshold, they just won't buy it. And it's really sad that it's become like that. And I've just realized that my damn screen was not correct, so people can't actually see the people underneath. I'm not going to fix it now because we've almost finished. But was there anything else anyone wanted to talk about? Anything else that people wanted to cover? Because I think I've covered everything. I've now found this really cool news feed that just gets all the information from Polygon, VG 24/7, Xbox, Zero Punctuation, Silicon Era, PC Gamer, everything. And it just gives me updates to everything. So now it's just like a lot more easier for me to get news and actual report it rather than relying on social media for most of my news. This is a really good way to just, it crawls the websites, it just sends me stuff. Really happy with it. There was that situation with the Arcane devs, but I'm not going to go into that in case anyone wanted to bring that up. Yeah, it's an RSS designer. I'm not going to go into it other than the fact that if they feel that strongly about it, resign from your job. That's all I'm going to say about that and move on from it in case anyone wanted to bring that up. Corsair's new PC fan? Dude, do you know how long I've been looking for a decent RSS feed? Every single one that I found has been charging you out the wazoo to actually offer you a service. This is the first one I found that gives you really, really good features for free. Everything else wanted like £100 a year or £200 a year or £150 a year, and I just don't want to pay for it. But I finally found one that actually works for free. Yeah, I'd rather not. Oh, fuck's sake, what am I looking at now? What? Is that seriously real? Anyone buying one of these? Alright, folks, own up. Who's buying one? That's a full tower, by the way. Wait, why can't you see it? It's... Oh, that's why. Hey, look. To my defense, I didn't realize I wasn't still showing the browser. So that's a full tower. That... Hey, if you're looking for air conditioning, this will work wonders. Oops. Oh, God. While that's happening, I will go and... Yeah, news-wise, things have been quite low. So I've just been picking out all sorts of little bits of gaming news and thing. Might be able to game on my PC in these. Neo Berlin. Let's have a look at it. Get rid of the shield bugs. Neo Berlin. Ah, just released 45 minutes ago. Will I be demonetized for the audio? Have you checked it out, Bags? Alright, let's check it out. Let's have a look. Did you see the Battlefield cheating controversy with Riley S? Oh, just mute it? Okay. I did see it, and Riley was cheating. Riley was using hacks. Alright, so this is the official Gamescom 2025 trailer. So it looks like now they're just pushing them out now. So we'll actually get some gaming goodness coming out. Yeah, that guy cheated like crazy. Is there any audio to this?
A force that nothing can escape them. Not even light. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
It looks okay. I'm gonna keep it set to a minimum.
The ones pulling the strings, or just living inside someone else's dream.
Oh shit, this looks good.
Talking about.
Even if this is a simulation,
This looks good.
the pain still feels real.
It reminds me of
What do I really know?
Blade Runner-ish.
She's like you. She needs your help.
I followed every thread, reconstructed memories. None of it fits.
Max Payne. Deus
You
Ex.
think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
The world only works with order. Without order, chaos breaks out. It's out of
Did you hear that?
balance and
Chaos
leads to sorrow.
breaks out.
Do you understand that, Nolan?
Yes.
I'm breaking up, boys. Hey, look, no one needs to remember. Look at Mind's Eye. Hey, look, this one actually looks alright though.
Nolan, what have you done?
I've gone to Neo Berlin. It's gonna be on PS5s, basically everything except the Switch. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's more. No release date though. That seemed a little stiff. Maybe it needs a bit more work. It almost looked, you know. Do you see it? Like the animation it goes into right there, like the NPC just stops responding entirely. Right there. There's like no movement whatsoever. It's just got into a fixed state. It didn't feel natural, if you know what I mean. It's like, I'm ready, boss. Do your thing. But looks cool. I think this game should release for $49.99 though. Anything more than $49.99 and not worth it. That's my opinion. Anything else, folks, that might catch the preview of the interest? So why is Alex saying Steam lost everything and it's PayPal's fault? I don't get it. Why has Steam lost everything? I know it looked like a time slow, but still, doesn't make sense to me. Well, leaks have started coming out for Black Ops 7. Apparently, the final campaign mission will be a big multiplayer battle. Whatever that means, I don't know. But it means something. Maybe not to me, maybe to you. But definitely it means something. Yeah, but PayPal isn't the only way you can pay for it, so what's the problem? No, but you can pay for it using your bank card. So what's the problem? I know PayPal is cutting off currency, as we've just spoken about that, but it's not that you can't pay for the stuff with your bank card. So I don't see what the problem is. Well, if you can't pay for anything with your bank card, then at that point, Steam will be dead. But as of right now, PayPal is just being PayPal, right? And to be fair, most of the countries that aren't on the list of accepted payments are those that do fraudulent activities anyway. What I'm saying is the major countries that deal in e-commerce, they're not being affected. China is. But most of those, most of the countries that are being affected by it, have done one thing or another. Bitcoin probably will. I don't think things will sort itself out. And if PayPal continues to be stupid, yeah. And if PayPal continues to be stupid, someone will come out in place of PayPal to replace them. It's that simple. Right? They're not the be-all and end-all. All it means is that all this shows is that people don't, there's no competition against PayPal. All this shows is that these companies, these, financial organizations like MasterCard, like Visa, like PayPal, they need to be regulated or have competition. Why do you think, they call it a free market, but Visa and MasterCard make sure that there is no open market, no free market. They make sure everything is closed for a reason, so they can control it. But they need to be regulated. They do. Those two companies need to be regulated. And when they get regulated, that's when they're going to say, oh shit, we've had it good for this time. We really fucked up. PayPal is just another one of those things. So are you saying all those other countries can't use a Visa card or a MasterCard to pay for their purchases? Is that what's happening here? Maybe next time, Dev. It's too new. But we did touch on that. And, I think Sean Layden just likes his own voice way too much and thinks that his opinion carries a lot of weight when it doesn't. That dude works for Tencent. He should be the last person to talk. Well, crypto won't work because Turkey tried to use crypto and it sent the country to ruins. They pretty much tried to change their currency to run on crypto. They went to the deep end, and it really screwed the economy up over there, and they haven't recovered years later. So crypto probably isn't the answer because of how volatile crypto is. It was crazy, Bags. It was mental. It was mental. It was almost like it almost like to mirror Russia at one point. It was crazy. But what I don't understand is, can you not use a Visa card in any other country to buy those products? Buy a game off Steam. So let's say I was in Turkey. They use the Turkish lira. Clearly, they're not allowed PayPal anymore. Can't they use their Turkish lira to buy the games through MasterCard or Visa? I might need to read into this a little more. Oh yeah, I mean, you can use, they do have Visa and MasterCard in Turkey. They even have it in Northern Cyprus. But what I'm saying is, can they not use their current bank account in those countries to play Steam games, to buy games off Steam? So if I'm in Turkey, using the Turkish lira as my currency, using a Visa or MasterCard, can I go and buy Call of Duty? Or can I go and buy Halo? But that hasn't happened yet. This is all whataboutism. I'm saying right now, without PayPal, can I go and purchase my stuff through MasterCard and Visa, with a MasterCard and Visa card? I'll ask my daughter. She's in Turkey at the moment. I know she's on holiday there, but I'll just tell her, I'll send her some money and tell her to log in and buy a game. Easiest way to check. But that just doesn't sound right to me. I get PayPal moving out, but PayPal is just a form of gateway, right? They're not, you know, they don't do anything. They're not a bank. They're a gateway. They just act like the middleman between you putting your bank details in and not putting your bank details in. This was another game that I'm really looking forward to. They don't use euros. They use Turkish lira. Or as they now call it, new Turkish lira. Because in the past they used to work with millions and now they've gone down to normal currency. So this thing just seems like it's isolated to PayPal, right? It's not to anything else. See, look. In early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that their acquiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the processing of any transactions related to Steam. This affects Steam purchases using PayPal in currencies other than these 6 listed here. We hope to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but their timeline is uncertain. We are also evaluating adding additional payment methods on Steam for customers affected by this. In the meantime, please use one of the other current payment methods during checkout. If you can't use any of the available options, you can consider using Steam Wallet code to add funds to your account. So you can, it's possible. Right? So you can just, hey, I want to buy this game. Fine, top up your account and buy your game. I don't know. I'm not sure how deep, as they say, the rabbit hole goes. But to me, there seems to be alternatives for those countries already available. But right now, you can top up your wallet with your bank details, as it says there. But if Steam can't sell anything, Xbox PC might actually have a chance of being king again. Who knows? The question is, why are they targeting Steam only? It seems to be very specifically targeted at Steam. But they've delisted them already, so what's the problem? It's impacting Epic, YouTube, Itchy or something. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But if you can't use a Visa or MasterCard or PayPal or anything to make online purchases, this also shouldn't, you know, at this point, online in theory will just die, right? It's not, they're not going to stop here. The governments are going to intervene and just say, nah, I'm sorry, you can't do this. We're losing money. I know it's linked to collective shell, but at some point the governments are going to intervene and say, look, buddy, you're losing us millions and millions of bucks here. And the government's going to say, right, we're just going to step in and start regulating you if you don't play ball. You've enjoyed all this time unregulated. Do you really want us to get involved? And at that point, Visa, MasterCard will have a real big choice to make. Do they want the government on their backs? I don't think they do, because I think they're enjoying the way they're ripping off the world quite openly without anyone being able to say anything to them. Right? That's why I'm saying, Susanna, it's only a matter of time before governments get involved. Ours will, Brick. Ours will. They will. It needs to hit the bottom line first. Well, I think it's MasterCard that's denying doing anything wrong because they copy what Visa does. And so Visa is doing it and MasterCard is copying them. It's in their terms of service that they copy Visa on all policies. You mean on AI products? Yeah, they could do. No, all it needs is one company to come out like Visa and MasterCard. I don't know. Call it BroCard, whatever. And then they say, right, we allow everything. And just watch how the world instantly goes away from Visa and MasterCard. Do you honestly think at that point Visa and MasterCard are going to care about anything that these, you know, collective shout is saying when they're losing billions? Mate, people have been assassinated for less. You think those shareholders are going to, you know, be very happy with what they're seeing? Mate, heads are going to roll. They just need competition now. Something that they've been trying to hide from for a long time. Diablo, it is, but it's that all probably started from the UK. So you have us to blame for that one. Sorry. Steve, I agree. One option is bad. You need multiple. Everyone saw the UK doing it and there was no major pushback. And so everyone is now doing it. It's the next big trend. Oh, mate, not another one. As long as you stay there, that you don't. Oh, mate, you are disgusting. Alright, this just popped up. I don't really know what else to say about that one, the PayPal situation. It seems to be a bit of a bollocks situation, but I need to read into it to see what's going on. Maybe I'll watch Alex's video and see if there's any insight into that one. It's 17 minutes long, so I don't want to watch it now. Sucks, I live in one of the most conservative states. They're going to jump all over any censorship they can. Yeah, Mafia has sold 800,000 units in its first 5 days. 48.67% on PlayStation, 37.86% on Steam, and 13.47% on Xbox. This is why companies pretty much release their games on PlayStation first, and why they opt for PlayStation, because it is just the biggest selling platform. Very rarely does a game go viral on Steam where it gets like millions and millions and millions of sales. But in general, PlayStation is the biggest market when it comes to buying games. And before anyone says, well, they've got a decently, big user base, so does Steam. Huh? LinkedIn, apparently. Sorry, I'm kind of watching that bug at the same time. Yeah, so I don't want to show my LinkedIn because it's got all my personal details on there. But it's Video Game Insights by Sensor Tower. It's by Sensor Tower. Shit, where did it go? It's not on me. PC players have common sense. Where did you go? I can't see it. Fuck. Is it really abysmal though, considering the game probably didn't cost much to make? Like you're all saying abysmal, but look at it this way. If they make a profit, then it's successful. Right? I mean, how much does 800,000 make from 50 bucks? I mean, it could be totally fake, right? I'm not saying this is real. It's just something that popped up in my RSS feed just now, so I thought I'd share it. I'm not saying it's 100% real. I mean, this could be a whole case of where, the whole nibs treatment of this person was looking at review scores on Xbox and worked out Final Fantasy 16 sold 22,000 copies. I mean, it may have sold better. Like I said, I don't know how true this website is. And as Brick points out, Sensor Tower isn't exactly the most reliable. But apparently the company is happy with 800,000 sold, considering the game is about 8 hours long. But yeah, launch highlights sold 800k, average playtime 8.8 hours, positive reviews, Steam 72.9%. But I'm guessing the budget was wrong. Is that 400,000 or 400 million, Brick? There's that too. And if I bought it on Xbox, I'm going to be game sharing with my kids as well. PlayStation allows game sharing too, though, but they don't really use it over there. Look, Mafia was never going to be that popular in my opinion. I don't think the first bunch of games were that popular anyway. I never heard them like anyone praising them like the second coming of Christ. I mean, obviously they were way more popular than Gears of War, but that's not saying much considering, you know, Tetris, one of the most popular games in the world, even to this day is still more popular. You think the budget is more than that for that game? Keep in mind, Ghost of Tsushima was only a 60 million budget. And I'm guessing Ghost of Tsushima is way bigger than that game. In scale, in scope, and in size. So they made 400,000. I don't think they're going to be happy with that. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't... Wait. That doesn't sound right. Oh, the bug is back. Oh, the bug is back. Oh, shit, it's flying. Why wasn't you happy where the light was? But don't make me get the Hoover again, man. Yeah, but Woodpit, don't forget, this game is really small. It's not a big game. 40 million. I think they profited. I think this game would have probably cost them somewhere in the region of about maybe 20 million. That's what threw me off, Steve. I was like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, how does this make sense? Wait, my brain is hurting right now. And even if it costs 40 million, 50 million to make, I'm sure they'll make their money in due course. But like I said, the first week is always what's important. And we have still 2 more days, so maybe people will still buy it. Call in reinforcements? I will after the stream, because I'm pretty much at the end of the stream at the moment. Yeah, 40 million revenue, yeah. We just don't know what it cost. If the cost is low to build, then as long as they made a profit, that's all that matters, man. It might not have wowed the world, but if you're making an 8-hour game, you're not looking to, you know, don't forget, this isn't AAA either, so it's not going to have a AAA budget. It's just going to have an, you know, a single A or AA budget. You know, it's 8 hours long, so it's actually a game I might actually finish. So yeah, Steve, you should just donate it to me. You should gift it to me through Steam before PayPal takes over and cancels UK as well. Or Xbox. Chop chop, old lad. Get to it. If you gift it, I'll complete it. How about that? In fact, considering it takes 8 hours to finish the game, I will have 3 stream days at 4 hours each dedicated to it, because I know I'm so shit, I'm probably going to need those 12 hours. I finished Dead Take. That was a good game, by the way. That ending was messed up. They're way longer. Man, I am like literally laser fixed on that Bug, man. This is not cool, man. The door's closed and it's still coming in. I don't know how. I need to find where they're coming in from. And then set an electric trap there. So every time they come in, they're like... That's what we need. Give me the fucking Home Alone. Setting up traps everywhere. They're not for everyone, Woodpid. They're an acquired taste. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you've all had a good time. And we will... I might do some streaming over the weekend. I'm not sure what I'm going to play yet. Might do some over the weekend and see what we're going to do. So if anyone wants to hang out, it will probably be over at Twitch, where I do gaming streams. So feel free to come and check me out over there. Might even do something tomorrow for a little bit. Don't know. But I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for all the super chats. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy, boys. Peace out. And I'm about to go bug hunting. Remain legend, folks. Now, let me see if I press go live on this. What does it actually do? Okay, let's just say go live. I've never tried this, chat. Hey, it actually says go live. So if I now... I'm still live everywhere, right? Everywhere's cool. You guys can still hear me. And then if I click on end stream, can you guys still hear me?